So in collaborative practice, each spouse has their own lawyer, but that lawyer is specially trained in collaborative process. And those lawyers are really committed to being part of the solution and not part of the problem. So in collaborative practice, the two lawyers work together to support both of you in moving through those parenting and financial issues that need to be figured out. You still have your own lawyer, and that lawyer is going to meet with you individually, but the two lawyers are going to pick up the phone and call each other. So we don't write letters back and forth to each other in collaborative practice, because it turns out that lawyers aren't very good at writing letters. They're good at writing letters that cause offense and upset people, but they're not very good at writing letters that actually start to move people forward to solutions. So instead, in collaborative practice, we pick up the phone and we call each other and we talk about things. And we prepare agendas for meetings so there are no surprises. And in the meetings, we talk about both the legal models so that you're both hearing what the legal model is at the same time, rather than each of you hearing a different, perhaps, version of the law, which can polarize people rather than bringing them together. So if the two lawyers don't agree on what the legal outcome might be on any issue, they're actually going to talk about that respectfully and responsibly with both of you. They're going to say there's a range of legal options, and I think maybe it's a little more over here, and the other lawyer might say it's a little bit more over there, but there's a dialogue around it. The other thing that the lawyers do is that we do progress notes after every meeting. And those are just to keep track of what the homework is and where we're moving along in the process. And those are distributed after every meeting. One of the other things about collaborative practice is that we approach things from a team model. So we have collaboratively trained financial professionals and collaboratively trained family professionals. And where appropriate, we bring them into a file so that we make sure we're addressing the legal and financial and emotional issues that come up when a couple separates. So our parenting neutrals are usually social workers. They're all collaboratively trained, and most of them are also trained mediators. And so they're really helpful to work through the parenting issues, and they bring expertise on the ages and stages of development, the grief process, what helps children fare best through a separation. They're also really good at coaching people in that first painful, difficult time that you actually tell your children that you're separating. I've sat in on many of these coaching sessions, and it's invaluable to have that kind of preparation and the role playing and getting ready so that you and your spouse can tell your kids about the separation in as child-focused and responsible and least painful way possible for your children. You only get one chance to do that conversation the first time, and to have that additional coaching before you actually tell them is one of the really amazing things that the collaborative neutrals can bring to your family. When we involve a financial professional on a file, the financial is a neutral, and they're working for both you and your spouse. And so they're really trying to get all the financial information gathered in as cost-effective a way as possible, make sure all the financial T's are crossed and I's are dotted, and put all of that stuff, all that financial information into the legal forms that lawyers need and use in working through the legal issues. So the financial neutrals can be an invaluable resource. And then you've got your collaborative lawyers, and your collaborative lawyers work with the neutrals and with you and your spouse in as cost-effective and respectful a way as possible.